Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Melody from Melody Plans, and I know it's been a while since I've posted a video. Some things changed at the end of last year that kind of changed the way I was planning, and it really changed a lot of things at home. I found out I was pregnant, so it's just been a lot of resting and taking care of myself and my family. But I figured better late than never to post a video of my 2025 potential lineup. I have tried to film this earlier. My dogs are crazy right now. My kitten's out. It's just mayhem here. But we're gonna go with it. So I apologize in advance if you hear any of them. But I kind of wanted to go over some of the options that I've been thinking about for this year. I know the year's already started. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't really touched my planners. It's just been a lot of, mostly because of the holiday and everybody was off, so we just kind of relaxed at home. But now that we're back into the swing of things, I really need to get going on what I'm going to use and start using them. So I have 2 rings options, 2 weeks, and I guess 2 daily planner options. I still haven't decided what I'm going to use 100%, but maybe with talking it out, I can kind of work my way through it. We'll start with the rings. So I'm going to push those out of the way. So I do have a pocket size rings that I used for a majority, the end of last year. And then I have this Moterm Personal Veg Tan in Apricot. It's the regular, I think. It's not the Luxe. I think it has 25 millimeter rings. I could be wrong. I got this a while ago when they first came out with a Veg Tan. I was using this with Franklin Covey compact size inserts last year. However, I found that I did not like the fact that I couldn't have a pen in here and I couldn't close it and put it in my bag. And I didn't want pages to get ruined. So it was just too much space for me. So I decided to downsize, went back down to pocket. Most of the inserts I already had because I decided to downsize and go back to personal. Most of the inserts I already had because I have used personal in previous years. So a lot of the stuff I already had, I just needed to reprint it. I have not filled them out yet because I wanted to be able to show you and flip through everything and actually show you the inserts I'm using. I'll probably do that in another video and go in depth into this planner. I don't have a whole lot of deco. It's very straight to the point. I have an inbox. I have my monthlies, and then I don't do weeklies or dailies in here anymore. I have trackers. I have finance, my health section. I did want to point out, I got this pregnancy insert from Perfective Paper, and I really like this. I did not have anything like this with my first pregnancy, but this has been so helpful so far. So I've just really been using this a lot. It comes with like a symptom tracker, and you can mark the severity of it. You have a pregnancy journal. I'm thinking about using these for like our ultrasound visits. And then I have a home section with shopping lists and recipe inserts. I have my daughter's section for her doctor's information. My pet section with all their information. A lot of these inserts are from the Paper Test Designs and Hey Planner Girl. All of these jelly vinyl dashboards are from Catspresso Co. And most of the deco I do have in here, I printed myself. I just found stuff on Pinterest and just printed them. And then I have vehicle information, contacts, passwords, spoke to. So this is really just a reference planner for me. And I take it everywhere. On the go, it's with me everywhere. I keep my cards and stuff in the back. So I'm really leaning towards using a personal this year. I like the space that it gives me, and sometimes I find that pocket is just too small. I don't have enough space to write what I need to, but I like the portability of it. I like how compact it is. This is from Ella's Creative Corner. I put a decorative paper behind it. It's all the same inserts for the most part, but sometimes I do find that it's just too small. So I'm thinking this year I am going to go with the personal size. I do love this cover. It came straight out the box, super soft, super smooth, super squishy. So it is my favorite Moterm cover. I do have a couple others in the Veg Tan line, but this one I wanted to start the year with because it is my favorite. So I am leaning towards personal rings this year. I do have a pocket set up just in case I want to switch back. Sorry about that. Dogs decided to start going crazy, barking. But I do have a pocket set up just in case I want to go back to a pocket size. So these pretty much have the same inserts in them. So those are my reference planner options. Next, I have 2 weeks. For about half of last year, I used a Hobonichi Weeks Mega, and I loved it. It was my weekly and my daily planner. It was all in one. I used the back pages for daily logging and then set up the weeks. I fell off it a couple times, went back to it. I like the size. This is I think it's the Toy Snake cover. Let me move these out of the way so I can put this down. There we go. I don't know. I want to go with the weeks because I have used it for several years now. And it feels weird not using it, but at the same time, I feel like it's a lot of work to set up the pages in the back. And one thing I didn't like about this was that I didn't have a monthly tracker, even though I have one in my rings planner. For whatever reason, I like to have it in the daily, but I guess that's just repetitiveness. So do I really need it? No. I know Lindsay Scribbles, one of her videos I watched, when she sets up her daily pages, she did like a monthly tracker and then would do her daily logs. And then for the next month, she would set up another monthly tracker. And I really like that. I used that for the end of last year, and I really did enjoy that. But I don't know. I feel like I don't need to be tracking all that in here, and I can just put it in my reference planner because I'm not going to take this to doctor's appointments and stuff with me. Whereas my ring planners, I am. So I'm not really sure. So this is an option to use again this year. And then I have, by the way, this is a Moterm Hobonichi Weeks cover in Pebbled Black. And then I have this one, which is the Chestnut Veg Tan, which I love. I love the chestnut color. I think it's so pretty. And so I did get the Into the Wild Hobonichi Weeks. And I thought about using this. I was originally going to use it for my reading journal. And then I found out I was pregnant. And so I was like, well, why don't I use this as a pregnancy journal that I can keep at the end of the year. I can log milestones, talk about appointments, put pictures and stuff in here. I can mark cravings and symptoms that I'm having. And then at the end of the year, I have one planner to track my entire pregnancy that I can look back on. I don't have it decorated at all. Most of these are not decorated. So I've been thinking about that. Also, I don't know if anybody else has been having this problem, but I'm getting this like milky, it's like a weird residue on my Veg Tan planners. And it's really bad back here. It might be hard to see, but on this pocket part, it is horrible. And it's like a weird residue, and I don't know how to get it off. If anybody has suggestions, please let me know. A lot of my personal rings, especially I got a veg tan in midnight, and that one is horrible. And my chestnut personal rings also has it really bad, and I don't know what it is, or how to get it off. And I don't want to ruin the planner either, but super weird. If anybody has any tips for that, let me know. But yeah, so I've been thinking about using this as a pregnancy planner. I did a couple of test weeks in here, really liked how it was going. So that's what I'll be using this one for. That way at the end of the year, I have something I can look back on and track my whole pregnancy. So that's those two. And then lastly, we have my 2 daily options. So last year I used both of these, and I really liked both of them. I've been using an A6 Techo for 3 years now, and I really like the size. I really like the layout that you have. There's dog hair, so sorry. This one is, I have Felix, love him. This one is a little bit more set up because I was determined to use this one this year. And I have 1 page done out of the whole year so far. So I love this one. I like that you have, I put, if there's any appointments, if my daughter doesn't have school, if my husband's off work, or he's in the military, so if he's got duty or underway, stuff like that, I'll put it up there. And then this I use as a to-do list, and then write any notes or important information for the day there. And essentially I use that dividing line to divide, and then I'll exit off when it's done. So I really like how I've been using this. This is how I used it last year, and I really like it. The only issue was the trackers, because all you really get is these like yearly overview ones that I would use for trackers, but I found it wasn't enough space to write things out, and there wasn't as many as I needed. But I'm also tracking things in my rings planner, so do I really need to track things in here? No, not really. So I really like this option. I use the paper gingham, the black paper gingham, Han. Technically this is a Han, but it's the A6 size. I really like this black gingham cover. Used this last year, got it again for this year. I really like this option, and this is where I do all my daily planning. But then halfway through last year, Paper Test Designs came out with the daily planner, and so I got it. I fell in love with it. One of the things that I'm missing from this planner is a weekly overview, and it doesn't even have to be a full week, just like a weekly snapshot. I thought about using the Paper Test Designs A6 because I do like this size, and I would get, I think you get the weekly overview. It's like a weekly overview, but it goes down. Really like that idea. I'm still playing around with the idea of getting one just to test it out. But I did use this last year from July to December on and off. I really liked it. So I got it again. I got the full year of 2025. I like that, because I had tried the daily Moleskine. I didn't like that the monthlies were on 1 page. I do like that she gives you a full 2-page spread for each month. And then I really liked that you got, this is where I'll put future appointments in the quarterly section, but then you get a full monthly tracker. And I found that this was plenty of space to track everything. So I would have that in here. You get the weekly overview. This is how I would divide it up. And then you go into your dailies. And so I would track what I'm doing, and then my to-do list for the day. I've only touched it on the first, and that's it. Same thing with this one. So I really like this option. I wish that it was one book instead of two. And I'm also struggling with covers for this one. This is a Carpe Diem. Yeah, a Carpe Diem cover. I got it on Amazon for like $9. It has this secretarial pocket in the back, these here, and then you get 4 strings, and then this pen loop, but it's only meant for the pen clips. I don't know. I'm not really a huge fan of this cover. So if anybody has any other suggestions for covers in the pocket, let me know. I did get a clear cover from Planner Monkey Co. I'm waiting for that to come in so I can protect this a little bit more. But these are my 2 daily options. I'm missing a weekly snapshot here. Do I really need it? No, but it's helpful at times. This one has that. This one has the full monthly trackers, but do I need a full monthly tracker if I'm tracking it in my rings? Not really. It's just a lot of things that I just need to sit down and think about what I really want to have in my planner. I think I'm leaning towards the A6 just because I've used it for so many years now. And this is the Mina Perhonen cover that came out last year. It's cats or something like that. I know someone had mentioned that it looks like chickens without legs, and I thought that was really funny because I do see that, and we own chickens, so it was really funny to me. But this is one of her cats covers that she came out with last year. Love it. Figured it would be a good color tone to start the new year with. So these are all of them right here. I do have, actually, that's not pictured here. I have a A5 Hone in the Black Paper Gingham series. I used it last year as my memory planner. I'm going to use it again this year as my memory planner. I did get a Sterling Ink A5 Daily because I wasn't really using the weeklies in the Hone. And the Sterling Ink doesn't have weeklies. It's just the monthlies and the dailies. And so I kind of like that idea, but now I'm going back to, I think I want to fill out the weeklies just so I can get a snapshot of each day and then memory plan on the daily pages. And I've really enjoyed memory planning in that book. So that one's gonna stay. That's the one that's not pictured here. So I'm thinking for 2025, I still don't know about the weeks. That one, I don't know. These two are up in the air. The weeks and the daily planner, the pocket daily, are still questionable. Don't know. But I think for sure going into 2025, I will be using personal rings for my reference on the go with me everywhere planner. A regular Hobonichi Weeks for my pregnancy planner that I can look back on at the end of the year. And then I would like to start the year off with an A6 Hobonichi Hone for my daily planning. I guess see how it goes. I will keep the Weeks Mega and the Pocket Daily just in case I want to hop into those. I have the option to. But I think this is what I'm thinking about working with for next year. Or this year, since we've already started 2025. That and then the A5 Hone for my memory planner. So things are looking a little different this year. We're really excited. So my plans did change a little bit. And I do have to track a lot more things, which is why it's so important for me to have the space in a rings planner for reference, that this will go with me everywhere. But I will do a more in-depth video on the rest of these, and kind of go into all the inserts I have in here and the different things that I'm tracking or planning. But thank you for joining me today. I'm sorry I've been MIA. It's been a little crazy here. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. I hope everyone has had a good start to the new year, and I will see you guys later. Bye.